The Washington Post just exposed a huge lie on the part of the Trump administration, and fair warning, as embarrassing as this is to the United States, it's far more embarrassing to Donald Trump. You're gonna be mad. I'm David Reddish. Welcome back to Occupy Democrats. It's been 1 week since Donald Trump ordered U.S. bombers to drop bunker buster bombs on 3 sites in Iran, including at the underground nuclear laboratory at Fordo. Trump and his administration, in particular drunkard cosplaying as Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, have touted the attack as a major win for the U.S. and Israel, claiming the bombs, quote, obliterated Iran's nuclear program. In real-world terms, though, that question is more complicated.
And CBS News senior national security correspondent Charlie D'Agata joins us now. Charlie, always very good to see you. So much back and forth on all this. How much can we read into this initial assessment?
Well, Nancy, we got to talk about those words totally obliterated, completely obliterated, because the president and his secretary of defense have repeated that description even today. But sources tell CBS News there's no evidence to suggest that it was that bad. Certainly it hasn't been obliterated. It's not even kind of language that they use in traditional bomb damage or battle damage assessments. So again, they're saying it may have stalled Iran's nuclear program for a few months, like electricity and water was damaged, and the strikes caused 2 facilities to collapse. But I have to say the Defense Intelligence Agency hasn't been able to determine the whereabouts of 900 pounds of highly enriched uranium that may have been removed from those sites. At the same time, they're saying, they released a statement this morning saying, look, this is a preliminary low confidence report assessment. It's not a final conclusion. And importantly, they have not been able to review the actual physical sites themselves, which will give the best or highest indication.
Yeah, when you're talking preliminary, you're talking initial, plenty of questions still to be asked.
Warning, incoming twist coming. Stay with me. As recently as today, Donald Trump doubled down on his assertion that despite intel assertions, including his own leaked information saying otherwise, the attack succeeded.
Do you think that the Iran regime hid some of the enriched uranium before the strikes?
No. You mean, did they take it out of the deep one? No.
Because you were pretty clear you can't have a weapon, you're going to have to come to the talk, something's going to happen.
I don't think they did, no. I think, first of all, it's very hard to do. It's very dangerous to do. It's very heavy, very, very heavy. It's a very hard thing to do. Plus, we didn't give them much notice because they didn't know we were coming until just, then. And nobody thought we'd go after that site because everybody said that site is impenetrable.
Because I saw reports that there were 400 kilograms, 800 pounds that they moved. Yeah. But I wonder if it's traceable. I mean, if they were to have moved something. They didn't move anything.
You know what they moved themselves? They were all trying to live. They didn't move anything.
Still feeling skeptical? You should. And now we know for sure. A leaked phone call between high-ranking Iranian officials has revealed the truth. The attack on Fordo did not destroy Iran's nuclear capability. The Washington Post exclusively reports that the intercepted phone call between high-ranking Iranian officials revealed that the Iranians were actually surprised that the attack did so little damage. 4 White House officials told the Post, under the guise of anonymity, that the administration is terrified now that the word is out. The same phone call also appeared to confirm what we had reported on this channel in the past. The Iranians knew the attack was coming. Why is that so significant? Because this call also appears to indirectly confirm that the Iranians moved their enriched uranium before the attack happened, meaning that, at most, the attack set Iran's nuclear program back by only a couple of months. Given that Trump had given a 2-week deadline, then sprung the attack on Iran, and given his ongoing assertions that the Iranians did not move their uranium, this comes as a huge embarrassment to the United States, and especially to Trump himself. In essence, the attack did very little damage. And here's the really scary part. The tenor of this call, that the Iranians are so surprised at how little the damage the attack did, reveals that they aren't as scared of military action by the United States. And that should scare everybody. For more than 25 years, the thought of reprisal by the United States is likely what deterred Iran from building the bomb. Remember, their uranium was not enriched to weapons grade, and as we've covered in other reports, other lesser nations have built the bomb in less time with less resources. For all the Ayatollah's bluster about wanting a nuke, he likely feared that if he got one, the United States, NATO, and Israel would all attack Iran. Now that the attack has happened, it didn't cause as much damage as the Iranians feared. They still have their uranium, and they're not so scared of the United States anymore. This attack is a disaster for the Trump administration, one that hurts U.S. authority all over the world. And Lord help us if it escalates any further. Trump isn't a man known for admitting mistakes. If he feels humiliated by Iran, what will he get us into next? Keep watching for more on this developing story, as well as all other news coming out of Washington, D.C. This is Occupy Democrats.